Good morning, good morning, do 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 do. Good morning to you. Good morning. I thought today we would talk more about the Deeper Truth tool. It's a favorite and it can encompass so much. There are so many opportunities to connect with ourselves, to build momentum towards the positive, to connect with other people using the Deeper Truth tool. So the Deeper Truth tool is one of the micro-dosing tools. It's one of the tools that we can use in 5 minutes on the fly to really dose our brain with positive neurotransmitters. It activates the prefrontal cortex using language and speaking things out loud, pulls us out of a more reptilian response in our brain. We're also smiling and we're feeling the statements we're saying. So these statements can be deep, deep truths like your core values, your core spiritual beliefs. They can also be proclamations of what you want in life and what you intend. They can be positive statements, a series of positive statements on a very specific topic to help you build momentum in that positive direction. They can also be statements of gratitude. And this, I realize, may be the easiest place to dip your toe into starting to use the Deeper Truth tool. And I've talked before in some of the other little morning daily dose of joy messages about using a deeper truth as a way to make statements of gratitude. I thought today a couple of little messages from little birdies got to me, and I thought, let's focus on this more and enlarge this capacity of the Deeper Truth tool for more people. And one of them was a friend sent me a video of a beautiful yogi doing a meditation, and the entire meditation is saying, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And those words are really powerful, and it got my attention because in one of my practices, I conclude the practice with saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. More please, more please, more please. And for me, it's a moment to give gratitude to the universe. And it really activates and works for me to repeat thank you. And I like the addition of more please, like I'm so grateful for all that's come, and I welcome and allow more and more goodness and joy into my life. And so when the friend sent this meditation, I was like, well, bingo, let's talk more about that, and how if you're new to the Deeper Truth tool, that you could go in and just spend the 5 minutes repeating thank you. And you might add specifics, thank you for my life. Thank you to life. Thank you to my family. Thank you for my family. Just beginning each statement with thank you can take you easily through 5 minutes, building momentum towards joy and towards the positive, and potentially away from any resistance or frustration, discomfort, or negative focus you might have had when you sat down to use the tool. There was another synchronicity around using the Deeper Truth tool for gratitude. In our microdosing group, so there's a WhatsApp group. If you're interested, you can find me on WhatsApp, and I can direct you to the group where people can practice using all these microdosing tools that I talk about here on A Daily Dose of Joy, so that we all can benefit from connection. And it's free. It's just a way for people to connect and dose their brains on the fly in an efficient way. And in that group, someone said, let's all get on a call and list 3 things we're grateful for. And about, I think 5 or 7 people got on one call, and they each listed things they were grateful for. And that connection of doing it as a group is so powerful and does so much to raise oxytocin, the intimacy and the connecting with other people, especially during this time of, enforced separation. To hear, there's so much we get out of just the hearing the voice of another person and their inflection and their tone that does magical, wonderful things on the neurons in our brain to feel connected and boost our oxytocin, our bonding, connecting, positive neurotransmitter. So on the group, often people use the Deeper Truth tool where it's just 2 people and one person will list positive declarative statements, their deeper truths, for 2.5 minutes. And then the second person will do the same for 2.5 minutes. That's one model of how to use the Deeper Truth tool with a buddy. Another model is sort of call and response. One buddy is feeling sort of like they're in the mood to take the lead. They might make a statement, and then the other buddy can respond to that statement, either repeating it or letting it spark in them their own version or their own, wherever that takes them, and they'd make their positive statement, and it would go back and forth for the 5 minutes. That's also a fun, meaningful way to do it. And I've got a piece coming up on A Daily Dose of Joy where I do that with Astro Rebecca, one of my friends. So we'll give y'all a demo of how you can do a deeper truth with sort of a call and response, back and forth, inspiring each other. But this is a third way to do it with by numbers, instead of by minutes. And that makes it easier to do if you're on a group call with more than just 2 people. So I thought this was a worthy celebration of innovation in the group. And it just seemed like a great inspiration for this morning's Daily Dose of Joy. And that we can do this at our family's dinner table, or breakfast table for that matter. Everybody going around and listing 3 things they're grateful for. Or everybody going around the table and saying, thank you, and finishing the sentence however they want, just starting with that prompt. Because gratitude can be gratitude to our higher self, to the universe, to the dog, to the artist who painted the painting on our wall. There's so many sources to look to and celebrate and be grateful for. And if you're in a more challenging moment, just saying thank you. If you're in one of those places where you maybe don't feel like you have things to be thankful for, kind of the momentum is building and focused towards the discomfort and pain and negativity, that just smiling and repeating and trying to let yourself feel thankful and saying thank you for 5 minutes can be a wonderful, wonderful way to build that joy and that gratitude. And so here's an opportunity for me. There's a little barking going on behind me. And so might be a good time for me to use a Deeper Truth tool and drop in to that deeper truth. And one of the things that is deep and below the surface discomfort of a dog barking is gratitude. There's always something to be grateful for. I'm going to start with thank you. 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 Thank you to my higher self. It's like a guiding light. So grateful to connect with. Thank you for my friends. Thank you. Thank you for my wonderful family. Oh, thank you for my ever-growing capacity to see the best in myself. Thank you for my ever-growing capacity to see the best in everyone else. Thank you, life. Thank you to the energy that creates universes that's flowing through me. And I want to finish with a couple of statements of I'm grateful for. That's just as beneficial a prompt, an introduction to focusing on gratitude. I am grateful for my healthy, magnificent body. I am grateful for my smiling eyes. I am so grateful hugs. Mm. Mm. I'm so grateful for my imagination. My brain sensing a hug with you, even if we're not in the same space. I am so grateful to be growing and expanding and learning. I hope this was helpful at some of the myriad ways we can use the Deeper Truth tool, and in 5 minutes on the fly, connect to our deeper truth on our own, with ourselves, or with the people around us, or reaching out on the buddy line and connecting and stepping into our deeper truth. Rich and profound, specific proclamations of positive things, thank yous, gratitudes. Any of those statements will help dose our brains. So I hope you have a wonderful day, full of joy, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning. Bye. Oh, and I'll put the link to that lovely video that a friend sent me. And I'll also put a link. It reminded me of an old movie. It's I think it's rated R. It's very easy, light, uplifting, kind of silly movie if I remember correctly. But I think it may be where I originally heard the idea of saying, "Thank you, more please." And that might be a fun entertainment for somebody. So I'll put that in there. And and I'll do more A Daily Dose of Joy on gratitude, the Deeper Truth tool being used to really amplify our gratitude, because that is one way that I use the tool a lot. And I think it's a great entry point for a lot of people to using it. Hope y'all enjoy. Bye.